5 traps you should avoid in life. We devote much time to figuring out what makes life worthwhile, whether via books, podcasts, films, or other media. Perhaps you're attempting to outperform yourself. The fact is that most people are held back not by a lack of a secret sauce, but by their willingness to fall into the same traps that have been destroying dreams and shattering lives for millennia. It's an eye-opening realization, one that explains why so many bright people waste their valuable time. Because many of the most successful people are not necessarily the most talented. There are times when a person's aptitude or skills is not the decisive factor. Consequently, the only thing that matters is whether you can escape being drawn into the vortex of death. You can achieve greatness if you're willing to invest time and effort. Hello everyone, and welcome to another video on our channel. In today's video, we'll be looking at the top 5 traps you should avoid in life. Yeah, you heard it right. So let's get started with our video. Number 1. Immediate gratification. The promise of a quick and appealing layout is found in some of the biggest mistakes people make, from cheating on their partners to falling for a scam. Aside from obvious errors, it's not only about the obvious ones. There are several occasions when seemingly trivial but bad choices made by individuals daily have a much bigger influence on the lives of many more people than they realize. Think about it. You're still glued to the screen, even though it's time to sleep. You make that impulsive purchase even if your credit card payment is due. Worse, you know you need to get stuff done but opt to binge watch a show that everyone else is gushing about. You understand the appropriate course of action in each case. Number 2. Debt and growing living expenses. If you buy things you don't truly need, you'll soon be obliged to sell what you have. I'm referring to Warren Buffett. We've been misled into believing that purchasing more items would fix all of our problems, real or imaginary. Happiness and satisfaction are never more than a few transactions away, so why do we never have enough? Our needs increase in lockstep with our money. It is more likely to be faster. To be able to afford something used to imply having the financial means to buy it. In today's parlance, this means you may be able to acquire a loan to pay the cost. And since people are encouraged to enjoy every little indulgence they can get their hands on, they find themselves in debt. Number 3. Luxury and comfort. There's nothing wrong with wishing for a better life. That is what everyone wants. It becomes a concern when you get so used to it that you fear or oppose any change that would jeopardize your comfort. The fundamental cause for this is a person's incapacity to follow their dreams due to fear. It all starts with taking the first step toward fulfilling their aspirations of making a difference in the world or establishing a better life for themselves. In other words, flexibility is more important than ever in today's culture. When technology is reshaping the world faster than ever, people will have to reinvent themselves constantly. There may likely be no such thing as a haven in the future. Number 4. The superior mindset. Self-compassion is vital for living a happy and healthy life. Being fair to yourself and secure in your talents doesn't imply that you are extraordinary or superior to others. As prominent author and motivational speaker Simon Sinek points out, the special mindset has been taught much too often over the previous few decades. You've read or heard something similar. Oh, you are one of a kind and fantastic. You're incredible. You've earned the best. Don't let anybody persuade you differently. Encourage yourself by reminding yourself that whether or not you're unique is not something you should concentrate on. You're not going to get anything out of it on your own. Number 5. Victimizing and feeling helpless. Success has many fathers, while failure is an orphan. Most people find it difficult to accept that they're at least somewhat responsible for their present situation, and that it is their responsibility to pull themselves out of it. People would engage in various cognitive and verbal maneuvers to avoid doing it. They'd complain about how others had injured them or how their circumstances or luck had stopped them from attaining more. Then there might be some truth to it after all. Recognizing that life isn't all about you has its benefit. Other elements are at play. When things don't go as planned, it motivates you to be kinder to yourself and more humble when they do. There's only one minor issue. Deflecting responsibility implies the surrender of some level of control. To avoid being held responsible for anything, you must argue that you have no control over anything. You're helpless to alter your situation if you have no control over it. And what is it? Constantly feeling helpless and victimized helps to exacerbate your situation. Well, that's all for today's video. Tell us in the comment section how this one was. I hope that you found this video interesting. If you want to see more like this, then please consider subscribing for more. And don't forget to provide us with your valuable feedback. We'll see you in the following video with some more notable celebrities, facts, and stories. And until then, stay tuned.